Okay, this video will serve as an overview to AirPTS, professional tax software. It should cover how to log into the software, how to create new returns, how to search for existing returns, how to apply a bank product, and how to e-file a return. So beginning, you would navigate to airpts.com. And when you navigate there, you'll see this big logo. You scroll down and you click log into AirPTS. When you get here, you would type in the account name, the password, the firm name that you were sent via email. Then you click log in. After logging in, you will see today's information. I like to call it the dashboard because it gives you an overview of what you have in the federal e-file summary, the bank e-file summary, the state e-file summary. And clicking continue will move you on over to manage returns. If we want to start a new return, you click on Client Manager and click New Return. But if you want to search for an existing return, you click on this search box here. And let's say you only know their last name. You type that in, and it'll show their last name after you click search. Or if you know their zip code, you type in their zip code, and then it'll pull up their, the returns that are similar in zip code. So for example, if you have a couple clients from the zip code, it'll pull up all those clients. And you just click search. Or you can just leave it blank and click show all, and then it'll show everybody. But it'll be page upon page upon page of returns that you've done. Once you have found a return that you want to manage, you simply find it right here and click on manage. And this is the managed return. Going back to the dashboard, let's say we just wanted to start a new return. We have a client in front of us. You click Client Manager and then New Return. Here it jumps you right on into the Social Security screen. And so we just type in their Social Security number and get started. We have the personal information screen. And on this screen, we simply fill out the person's or the client's personal information. And what's their date of birth and their occupation. Whether or not they were a student and for how long, if that applies. And whether or not they have minimum essential coverage. So we're going to say this person did. If they have a dependent, you would select head of household or any of the other relevant filing statuses, and then type in their address. And you type in their telephone number. Sometimes, depending on the bank that you're using, you'll be required to select and enter 2 telephone numbers. If you don't have a second phone number, just put the same one and change the last digit of the main phone number. So if the client only has 484-9313 as their only line, just put either a friend's number or just put the same number and just change the last few digits. And that's just if they have to call you to verify information. This is the 8888 form. If that applies, you can add it here, but if not, just click save. Notice that when it saves, it's giving you the processing box, and then it wants you to select the school district information. What I like to do is type the county information first by selecting the first letter of the county on the keyboard. So in this case, my county is Franklin County. So I just press the letter F, moves me on over to the F's. If I type FR, it'll move you over to the Franklin County. And I just hit the down arrow a couple times, and it lands me on my school district, which is Franklin County, Columbus School District. And I click save. Now I've saved the information, and notice it puts me back in the same screen. When you save, it doesn't automatically progress you. You have to go to the screen that you want to do next. So after the personal information form has been completed, which is here, you simply go to the next form, which is in this case a dependents listing. You want to add a dependent. So we click dependent info, and we have a blank table here. We just click the plus sign and add our dependents. Much of this information is filled out by default for the most common, set of circumstances. And then you want to answer whether or not they have minimum essential coverage. And let's say they do. And is this dependent required to file their own tax form? No. So after you save that, it puts you back into the dependent summary screen. Next, we click 1040 page 1. All related forms. Now let's say this person has a W-2. Here we have the wage and tax statement input. So to put in a W-2, you click the plus sign. And here we add the W-2. So from here, you just basically read what's on your W-2 and just type it in. And you type in the wages. Let's say they brought in about $10,000, and they had about $700 in taxes withheld. And then for the state, the same. Now, when you get to the locality name, you can actually type in the city by pressing the first letter of that city or the first few letters. So in this case, I'll type in COL and it'll put me to Coldwater. Then I just push the down arrow to go to Columbus. And then you click save. Okay, now we have a refund of about $5,000, and from there, if you don't know what to do next, click verify. So in this case, I need to go back and put in my taxpayer PIN information and complete the 8867, the due diligence requirements for your EIC. So you can close this form out. Go to 8879, which is the PIN that you have to put in for the taxpayer. Put in the ERO PIN and the taxpayer's PIN and select save. Once you do that, we need to fill out the 8867 form. We'll close out of that. Go to 8867. And this is just your due diligence checklist. So you will fill it out. And then to confirm which documentation you use to basically, quantify your answer or qualify your answer. Let's say we had a landlord statement that basically confirmed the residency of the child, and we didn't have any Schedule C income, so we're done with that checklist. We click save. Okay, just to double check, let's just click verify. It looks like we covered everything. So from here, you close out of that, and you click complete. Then it asks you, are you ready to mark the return as completed? Yes. Are you ready to mark the return as reviewed? Yes. And you click save and redirect to manage returns. And here we are. Here we have the client snapshot. Gives you a little bit of information on different aspects of the client and the inputs that you entered. If you want to e-file this return, here's what you must do. You must click client payment in the bottom left hand section of the screen, and you must add an invoice. So I click add invoice. I have my software set to manually charge for the state. You don't have to have this setting, but I just click continue if you don't want to add anything. And notice that here's basically an invoice that you will charge the client. And under payment options, you have two options. You can either accept cash, or you can have the bank take your fee from the client's refund. To have that happen, always select banking, and you select continue, and then you select your banking option. So here we have Santa Barbara Tax Products Group. We have the check, direct deposit, the prepaid card, the Walmart directed cash. We have a number of options here. So let's say we want to issue the client a check. Military questions. If your client is a civilian, these don't apply. At the bottom, it'll ask you, do you want to e-file this return now? I will click yes, and then save and continue. Here are the fee details. It details the doc prep fee, the electronic filing fee, the service bureau fee, the transmitter fee. Some of these fees are assessed by the software provider. Some of them are assessed by you. Just depends on how you set up the software and your banking application. So I'll just put a cell phone number here. And then I'll proceed to put in the taxpayer's ID number. The ID type, which is a driver's license in this case, and the issuing state, as well as the bureau that issued the ID, and the issue and the expiration dates. And then you will select the agreement information. Make sure each box is checked before proceeding. You click Save and Continue. This is the Tax Products Group user information and the user agreement. So in order to be in compliance, you want to collect signatures on each of these pages here, and then keep them on file for your records. Then you click Save and Continue. And here is the screen where it allows you to select the returns that you want to transmit via e-file. You simply select 1040, then the state return and the state piggyback e-file, and you click Save and Continue. And that's basically how you e-file a tax form. So if you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call, or maybe leave a comment on the video, and I'll make a video answering any subsequent questions. Thank you for choosing Air Financial Partners and Air Professional Tax Software.